Hey y'all, it's Liz. How are you? I'm looking like a hot damn mess. But anyways, I wanted to come to you today and just talk to you and ask you, the mothers of daughters, some questions. And I would really like it if you guys would do a video response. If you do videos, if not, you can just leave a comment. But what I wanted to talk to you about was the sneaky things that we do, or that we did when we were growing up. I wasn't the best teenager growing up. I always stayed in trouble. And now that I have a daughter, I don't expect her to be an angel all the time. And the reason I say that is because I always say that anything that you're doing or that you think of doing, I've already done it. Most likely I have. Let me give you a for instance. When Nikki was 17, she started smoking those Black and Milds. And because I'm a smoker, don't do as I do, goddammit, shit. You know, do as I say do. But and I remember I knew that she was smoking because I could smell it. You know, me being a smoker, you wouldn't think that I could smell it, but I did. And I had told Steve, I said, man, I think she's smoking. He was like, no, she ain't smoking, you know. Well, she had, she went, I want to say she was in the shower. She was getting ready to go somewhere that night. And me being the mother, this is my house, and the room that she was staying in, it's part of my house. I figured I have all the rights to go there and check it out. So I looked in her purse, and there was a brand new pack of Black and Milds. I think it was like 5 cigar things in there, and a book of matches. I was like, oh hell to the no. You don't pay no rent in this motherfucker. You ain't gonna be smoking up in here. So what I did was I took my let me show you. See this razor, eyebrow razor. I opened the pack from the bottom and took out all of them and put slits in every single one of them. Not one slit. I'm talking about all over the Black and Mild. I just slit that son bitch. Stuck it right back in the pack. Closed it up and put it back in her purse. And then I took the book of matches that she had and I lit the whole goddamn thing on fire. Closed it up. I said, okay, you know, I mean, she can always get matches or a lighter or whatever, but she gonna have to get her another pack of Black and Mild because these ain't gonna smoke. That dog won't hunt no more. And, you know, it's just, I didn't know if that was, I was just a little perturbed that, you know, she was smoking Black and Milds. And knowing that it's a hard thing to quit once you start. But she doesn't smoke now. You know, she kind of learned her lesson. And I remember growing up, my mom's friend, their daughter had went out and was smoking. And when she came home, I'll never forget the story. Her father said that he was so livid with the fact that she would actually pick up a cigarette and smoke it. He went out to the base the next morning, and got 2 cartons of cigarettes. And I think he got Pall Malls or something like that. And he told her, he said, okay, she was about 17. She was living in his house, and he told her, he said, you know what, you out there smoking? He said, I tell you what, you're going to sit your ass right here. And he opened every pack of cigarettes. He said, don't you stop smoking until they're all gone. She smoked them and made her pure sick. And I can guarantee you, as of today, and she's 47. From the time she was 17 to 40, that's 30 years. She has never touched another cigarette. You know, I don't know if I would go that route, but it worked for him. It doesn't work for everybody. It worked for him and his family. His daughter doesn't smoke, and he never picked up another cigarette. But I see these young chicks now, you know, and I'm just like, man, you know, they're 14, 15, got titties all up to here, you know, and they're showing their bodies, and it's just like, what is going on, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that it's 14, 15, I don't know. Nikki's 19 and she wears skimpy shit, and I'm just like, pfft, you know, I just don't know how to react to it, you know, and I'm just wondering, I know a lot of my subbies have teenage daughters or even grown daughters. What's your input on that? And, you know, maybe you weren't that type of teenager growing up. Maybe you weren't the bad one. I, on the other hand, was hella terrible. I was a nightmare. But, and it seems like every time you tell your kids, you know, your daughter, hey, you shouldn't do this or do that, they act like you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you know. And sometimes, like Steve tells me, you know, he always says this, you know, all you can do is hold your breath and pray and let it go. Just stand back and hold your breath, because they're going to do what they want to do. Especially when they reach that magic age of 18, they act like they own the world and that you don't know shit, and I am grown and I'm going to do what I want to do. Until you run out of damn money and you be like, hey, mama, can I borrow some money? You know, I want to know your input. You know, these teenage girls getting pregnant like it's nothing. Seriously. I remember going to school, and I remember, you know, one day you see Bobby Joe and it's like, hey, what's up? You know, you going to the ball game? Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night. And tomorrow night come, Bobby Joe ain't there, and shit. You go to Bobby Joe's house and her mom says, oh, well, Bobby Joe went to go visit her aunt in Virginia and she'll be back in about 10 months. What kind of shit is that? You know? And that didn't happen too often. I'm not saying that girls didn't get pregnant, you know, in the 70s and 80s. It's just that it wasn't, a lot of them take a trip right up to Tallahassee as soon as they found out. And they'd be out of school for 5 to 6 days, you know. And they come back to school the following week. Everything's fine. Never know what happened until years later. And it's like, you remember that time I was out of school? Yeah, well, I went and had an abortion. Like, what? Yeah. You know, I got pregnant by so-and-so. And, you know, parents said I had to have an abortion. You know? And matter of fact, a couple of them have gone on to really do well for themselves. And they do have a family, you know, with 2, 3 kids. So I'm just, you know, I want your input. I just want to know how you guys feel about this. And you know, what kind of stuff did you do growing up that you could turn around and share with your daughter? Because I know sometimes my brother's like, hey, you don't have to tell him everything that you did. You shouldn't do that. But, you know, I'm proud of Nikki. Nikki has really turned herself around. So, you know, I'm just wondering how you guys feel raising your kids. I'm not saying that the boys are always the best, but, you know, the girls, man, they're harder to deal with, you know. So if you have teenage daughters or you have a daughter that's grown, kind of leave me a video, maybe a video response telling me what kind of stuff they pulled with you and what kind of shit that you pulled with your parents. You know, like sneaking out, saying that you're staying with so-and-so when you're really staying with so-and-so, you know, and praying that you don't get caught, you know. So, kind of leave me a video response. Tell me about you and your daughter, and what kind of hell they have put you through. And just know that, you know, years down the line, you can look back and laugh about it, you know. Because that's the only way you're going to keep your sanity with this shit. Alright, deuces, y'all. Just want to hear from you, so leave me a video response. Tell me some of the secret stuff that you and your daughter know, you know, that your daughter did. And, you know, let's see if we're all on the same page. Alright, deuces. Bye.